editing me here. I am going to tell you what's going to happen in this video. I'm going to mess up on everything. I have no idea how to do synopses. I don't know what I'm doing. This is the first time I've been able to film a video and have the confidence to film a video for a while. So before you even get into it, before you even go and watch it, just please be in mind that this is going to be fun. It's going to be a wild ride. Hello, my name is Gemma. Welcome back to my channel. It has been 2 months. So welcome back to another video, and today I'm going to be showing you all of the books that I have actually read since February. I also just want to mention I did get a new camera. This quality is so much better. Hopefully the sound is better as well. I did buy an external mic, but I got the wrong type, so we're just gonna move on from that. I'm going to be talking about all of the books that I have read recently within the past 3 months. So I will go month by month, but I'm going to start off with all of the books that I read in February. The first one was a reread for me, and I surprisingly downgraded my rating for this. I'm very surprised myself, and that was The Kiss of Deception. Now, this does follow a girl called Leah, and she is a princess being forced to marry a prince from a neighbouring kingdom who could possibly attack. On the eve of her wedding, runs away to live a normal life. Now, I do love this series. I'm rereading this series because I want to get to the last book, which I haven't read. So I am currently in the process of reading the second book, but I'm not very far in. I'm just surprised that I lowered my rating for this. Now, the first time I read this, I loved it. It was so good. I was shocked, I was surprised, but I did lower this rating, and that's confusing for me. But I did enjoy it anyway. It was an enjoyable read. It's fast-paced, it's fun. Sometimes there are some slow parts in the middle, but it is still fun. The second book I read in February was The Stormcrow by Kaylin Jefferson. Now, I'm surprised by this. I gave this a 3 stars. It wasn't necessarily my favourite. Yes, it was fun, it was enjoyable, the concept was completely out there and it was really good, but the execution I don't think was the best. This follows a girl called Athea, who is a princess in this kingdom where they ride crows, and every year there is a hatching that happens completely in secret. But on this day, the hatching of the crows, well, a rival kingdom completely destroys all of the nests. There are no more crows. Athea actually finds an egg, and she is determined to open this egg and to hatch it. If you like anything, if you like things like this, really weird, strange fantasies, then yes, go ahead and read it. I'm not going to say no, because it was really enjoyable. It was fun. Just not my cup of tea. The next one I read was 5 Feet Apart by a variety of authors that I'm not even going to try to pronounce because I'll just completely fail. This follows a girl who has cystic fibrosis. She's in hospital, this new guy comes in, she's in the same ward, things happen, and you know this kind of storyline. They just fall for each other. I liked this. I gave this a 4 star. And as soon as I finished this, I did watch the movie since it is on Netflix at the moment. I enjoyed it. It was fun, it was really cute, it was kind of sad. It was very sad, but I did enjoy it. I'm not a massive contemporary fan, so I will give anything at contemporary that I like a high rating. I'm surprised I like this. Now we come to my most favourite book of this entire year so far, House of Earth and Blood by Sarah J Maas. I am in love with this. I am in love. I am completely in love with this book. Okay, so in this book we are following Bryce, who is a half fae, half human girl, a party girl. That's all she does. Her best friend Danica, who is a leader of a wolf pack. So one day Danica is murdered along with her entire pack. 2 years later, the same types of murders are happening again. Bryce has to team up with a fallen angel named Hunt, spirals off from there trying to solve this crime. One thing I have to say about this: if you do not like Sarah J Maas's writing, don't read it. I love the way Sarah J Maas writes. I'm a huge Sarah J Maas fan and I will read anything she puts out. But if you don't like her writing, then unfortunately don't read it. I gave this 5 stars. Do I have to say more? That was March. So another book that I was slightly disappointed with this, this time was The Testament by Margaret Atwood. I'm slightly disappointed. It was okay. It just wasn't what I was expecting. I was really, really hoping for a continuation from The Handmaid's Tale because I loved that book so much and I wanted a full cycle. I wanted it to be a sequel. I wanted everything to tie up nicely. But this didn't do it. It didn't do anything like that. There was a few scenes from the first book, from The Handmaid's Tale, in this. I just don't feel like it was connected like the way it should be. I think if she was going to do a sequel or at least a continuation, it would have been a little bit better for me. But unfortunately, I gave this 3 stars. One thing I'm not doing is not including the audiobooks I have listened to. So I did read 2 audiobooks in the month of March, and that was one, The Subtle Knife by Philip Pullman, which I did give a 4 stars. I did enjoy that audiobook. That was really fun. It was really great. And the second audiobook that I did listen to was Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows. Now, obviously I'm not going to go into Harry Potter because everybody knows what Harry Potter is. They know the storyline. If you haven't by now, I don't know where you've been and I don't know what you've been doing, so good luck to you. I then decided to pick up a book that I have been completely anticipating this entire time, which is Dark Dawn by Jay Kristoff. I love this book. This is amazing. Obviously, I'm not going to say too much about this one as it is the 3rd in a series, but essentially the first one, which is Nevernight, follows a girl called Mia Covey who is wanting her revenge as all of her family was killed basically in front of her. I gave this 5 stars. I loved this. This was the perfect way of rounding off the series. It was so good. I then read another slightly disappointing book, which was Romanoff by Nadine Brandes. Now, this is, if you can figure it out, an Anastasia retelling in a different way. I didn't like this that much. I gave it 3 stars. It was okay. It wasn't great. It was very slow. It was very repetitive. And the main plot didn't kick in until like a 1/3 of the way to the end. I liked the concept of magic and spells being drawn onto paper and to skin with ink, with magical ink, and that Anastasia had to smuggle a spell across the country, but it was rather disappointing. The concept was great, the concept was amazing, but once again the execution wasn't done that well. I then picked up Price Guide to the Occult, and I am still very confused about this book. This is one I also gave 3 stars. Like, it was okay. It was okay. Not my favourite. I don't know how to feel about this. Some parts were quite slow, some parts were quite rushed. I can't really figure out the plot, so I don't even know what to tell you about this book as a plot. Because I can't figure it out because my brain completely cannot wrap around this book. I did read it in 1 sitting. Maybe that could be a factor. Maybe I might need to reread this and see if anything affects it that way. Maybe read it in a couple of sittings. I can't. I can't think of anything to say about this book apart from it was okay. In April, I only read 3 books, which is a little disappointing, but expected. Firstly, I picked up The Raven Boys for the first time, and I love this book. Now, I did end up giving The Raven Boys a 5-star rating because I really enjoyed it. I actually listened to the audiobook while reading along physically, but I think it's one of the books that I would like to reread just physically, just to get the best experience from it. I did enjoy this. It was really fun. Not what I was expecting at all. I've heard so much about this series, and this is completely not what I was expecting about this. I'm surprised. I'm in love and I need to continue on with this as much as I possibly can. I then physically read while listening to the audiobook The Starless Sea. This is a beast. I gave The Starless Sea a 4-star. Once again, this is one of those books I have no idea what to say as a synopsis wise because I am confused. I don't know how to give this book a synopsis. All I can basically say about this book is that it is very literary. It's literary fiction with very beautiful prose. So it's a book within a book. And the last book that I'm going to be talking about is once again another series completer. and I'm very proud of myself for this because I'm usually really bad at completing series. But I finally read The High Lord by Judy Canavan. I loved this book. I gave this 4 stars. Now, this is the third in a series, but in the first book we are following a girl called Sinia who finds out that she could possibly be a magician during a time where a lot of people are being evacuated from the city because they're not worthy to live in the city, so they're being pushed out to the slums. They also do a lot more than that, but I'm terrible at synopsis. But this is such a good series. It's very old school, it feels a lot more adult. Fun to see these characters grow up together. Like Sinia, when she starts, she's about 16, and at the end she's like 22. It's really great. It's a really good series, and if you haven't read anything like this, I highly recommend it. If you do end up giving this a try, please let me know what you think about it because I loved it. Okay, so those were all of the books that I read in February, March, and April. I really hope that May is going to be my month for reading. Now, I hope that you enjoyed this. If you did, please give me a like, make a comment, and if you want to see more of my bookish content, just subscribe to my channel. I do hope you have a really fun reading time. Bye! Oh, I zoomed it by accident. There we go. Hello, welcome back to my channel. My name is Gemma, and today I was thinking maybe we can get to know each other just a little bit better with 21 bookish questions. So this is technically the 21 bookish questions tag. Well, yeah, the 20 questions tag, or 21 questions. Nope, there's 20 questions. Okay, so I thought it would be great to maybe get to know each other just a little bit better with 20 questions from... I thought today would be great to kick off... I'm an idiot, it's okay. So today I thought it would be great to maybe get to know each other just a little bit better with 20 bookish questions. Now, I wanted to keep that intro super short, so I'm just going to dive in. So, question number 1. How many books are too many books for a series for me? Now, I don't like this kind of setup. No, I'm not going to do this one. Let's skip this one.